should play in the upbringing of our men?
That's a pleasure to get part. That goes back to what I said earlier. If you give them something to do, keep their mind off wanting to go out into the streets, you'll see them there every day. Kids just want to be loved. They want to know somebody loves them, somebody cares about them, somebody's going to take time out to discipline them. You know, they want all three of those things. If they're not going to get it, they're going to go get it from somewhere. They're going to find somewhere to get it from. They're going to go get in some trouble. So after-school programs, things to do on the weekend, that's all important. That's all keeping their mind focused on something positive versus being out in the streets and getting in trouble and possibly getting hurt.
How do you think we can close the gap between, I know myself, I center myself around, I don't want to say old people, but chronologically gifted individuals who I can pull wisdom from? How can we close that gap? Young people might say, oh, they don't want to listen to us, they just want to down us, not talk to us, and just say harsh and mean things to us. How can we bring that gap from the elders to come together with the young people?
It's going to take patience, a whole lot of patience. Because I see it all the time. These youth do not respect elders at all. They will cuss them out. They will disrespect them in public, everything. It's going to take patience. But the youth got to understand, too, they're part of the problem. You know, it is a lot of the parents' problem, but they carry some of them faults, too. It's going to it's going to take a lot of patience and communication. You know, it's not going to take one conversation. It's going to take more. So it's a lot of patience and communication and talking, and it'll be all right.
Once again, he is Mr. Todd. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. I wanted to go back and talk to you about your program. You said you wanted to get started here in the city.
Yeah, it's called the Real Fathers Please Stand Up program, well, movement. And basically, I came up with that because I have a lot of friends, female friends, and I hear a lot of horror stories about deadbeat dads, you know, and they need to understand how important it is for them to be in the kids' lives. So I came up with this as a way of saying, okay, I'm going to prepare a rally downtown and maybe a tour. And every father, from in prisons, from ones on the streets to ones in corporate America, all the money, never go see their kids, any father, period, need to come and listen to what is said, because you need to understand what the importance of your, physical presence is in your child's life. You know, they don't care about the money, they don't care about the gifts, they really care about time. They just want to see your face. They want to hear your voice on the phone. You know, and that alone is the reason why I created this, because there's a lot of fathers out here who just blow their kids off with their tax write-offs. You know, they really do. They don't even take the time to understand that just picking up that phone and saying, "Hey, I love you," or going by and seeing them, or picking them up, does wonders for their whole week of that. You know, it does wonders for them. They're going to have you all day long.
I wanted to transition into this last segment about your radio show. Can you just give us some information about what is the issue of the day?
Issues of the Day Talk Radio was created to give the people a voice. You can call in when they have issues on TV or on the radio station. It's hard for you to call in and get your 2 cents in. Well, I created this program to be able for the people to voice what they want. Get stuff off their chest. If you hear you got an issue with the gas prices, with what's going on with us as people, the president, presidential run, you can call it. That's what I created for. Come in and get it all off your chest. Ask us. Let's talk about it together. Let's learn from each other. That's why I created that, and that's why I call myself the new voice for people. Because if you don't want to say it, trust me, I'll say it for you.
What are some of the topics or some of the issues your callers are calling in expressing?
We did a recent show about. I did a 4-week series about how to become a better black man, black woman, and it actually was done the week before CNN did their segment on Black America. They kind of funny. I did. They called them the N-word and the use of that word and how we need to stop using that word altogether. It's called in about Obama, and last week they said he was playing a race card and so forth. They called about the gas prices, the new pants sagging law that they created. We talk about everything on my show, everything.
Okay, so it's just an open mic, pretty much.
Yeah, we talk about race, religion, politics, family, love and romance, finance, health and fitness. We talk about it also. Any topic I have for that day, you're more than welcome to call in and discuss it along with me.
Okay, so after they call in and express their opinion, then what's the next step after that?
A solution. At least come up. If we don't come up with a solution, at least come up with a better understanding. You know, I get calls from Canada. I get calls from Michigan, LA. You know, that site that I have that the show is presented on allows people to call in from all over. So you get opinions from all over the place, not just in your own neck of the woods. So it helps you too, because you're learning from them as well as they're learning from you.
So where do you think you see the show going in the future?
Next Larry King. I'm trying to take this thing all the way, and it's not necessarily about just having a show. It's just about changing lives, man. You know, pastors change their lives through ministry. I want to change lives through radio, talk radio.
So tell me something crazy that happened on the air. You know, since it's an open mic, what are some of the oral stories that somebody called in and did to you?
Actually, somebody called in something kind of stupid last night. I didn't even understand. We was having a discussion about Obama last night,
and me and my co-host Jackie Bruce, we had was talking about it, and somebody called in. I buzzed them into the show, and they just start making sounds.
Like they didn't even say anything. I asked them, so, you know, what's your question or comment? That's why I say, what's your question or comment? They just start making all kind of.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it, and I hung up on them, and they called back.
And they kept calling back. So that's one of the things that stick out to me. That's what you run into
when you got an open mic.
Anybody's allowed to call in, people are allowed to say anything. And I actually did a segment about black men who date white women, because I know a lot of sisters have a huge question about that. And that conversation got almost out of hand a little bit, and I had people calling in almost going off on me. And I'm like, look, you know, don't take it the wrong way. This is something that y'all had a question about. We're just having a discussion on. Don't take it the wrong way. So that's kind of not really amazing after that. I'm not gonna let it get out of control.
Okay, so you said you wanted to be the next Larry King. How do you plan to get there? What's your game plan?
Continue to work. My show is 4 days a week. You know, and Russ Parr is 5 days a week. Tom Joyner's on there every day. You know, if I'm going to build up that credibility, I have to continue to work. So I do it 4 days a week.
And, some days I don't feel like, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing it, but I got to keep working. I'm going to keep working and getting my face out here and talking to people and actually showing people I'm genuine.
And not just doing it just for money or doing it for other, hidden agendas, then I'm going to get there. It's not even, God got a plan for me.
Okay. So what can the community do to help you further your aspirations?
Support. If you have something, instead of talking to your friends about it, going to work and getting mad about it, call into the show. Support the show. Visit the site. Call in. Or if you don't want to call in, sit down at the computer and listen to it. That support right there is pretty much all I need.
So how do we get to the place where we can watch?
If people don't have the internet or they don't want to sit down at the computer and listen to it,
they can call into the show live. The number's 347-326-9697. Or they can go, they do want to sit down, they want to listen to it through their phone. They can sit down on the computer and listen to it. The website is www.blogtalkradio.com/issues of today.
Wonderful. So is it that strictly that you just continue to stay with the radio when you transition into video or talk show? Or
I'm glad you like that.
I don't know about competition.
Somebody else told me that recently, but
I actually started out wanting to do it through television, but as I searched around the city, the cost of doing it was extreme. And I have an everyday job. I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting around doing it, so I had to find another avenue to do it. So I definitely want to convert over to television. Sorry, but I definitely want to convert over. But right now we talk radio.
All right, let's bring your hard hat. Yeah, hard hat like that. So have you gotten any love from sponsors in the community towards your program?
I actually haven't looked at sponsorship.
The reason why is I want sponsors and investors and anybody to see that I have a resume. My goal is to get to 100 shows by December, and I'm on pace.
100 shows. Good Lord, I try to do 53 shows in a year. So I know you got your time cut out, but you say you do it 4 days a week, so you can get there. He is Taj. Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for tuning in to the Derwin Smiley Show today, where we had a conversation with Longino, who is the host of Issues of Today. And remember to face the sunshine and the shadows will fall behind.